Yep. There's a small poem here on page 158, people. Page 158. Let me just make sure this thing is recording. Come on. Yeah, we are good. Sorry guys. Page 158. Let's do this one. It's the last poem. It's a very small poem, but it looks to be a hard nut to crack. It's always the small things that I, had to make up. Tower of Babel. Before I came into office, the oxygen suppliers were the minister's children, says Mrs. Permanent Secretary. I will only employ rich descendants of party officials, says the chief. Newly appointed Prime Minister is from a humble background. Anti-corruption Kano storms the bus park, arresting private operators charging exorbitant fares. Police head is mute. Health Minister blames citizens for not observing SOPs. This was during the COVID time. So you had standard operating procedures in place so that the lockdown measures and everything could be enforced. So you can see authority and power overruling one another. So 30 patients die overnight when oxygen supply machines malfunction. They claim to be managing a nation, but like the biblical Tower of Babel, no one speaks to the other. All they do not understand each other. Simple. You see, when you know something and when you have to do something, who do you take the word from? So if I'm a minister and if I'm a permanent secretary, if I'm a prime minister, you see, this is where things get mixed up. So I might be a lower minister, but with more power, because I have, as in the poem, I'm a rich descendant of a party official. So that pretty much incapacitates the prime minister's position, because she's from a humble background. What kind of nation is that? So by virtue of authority entrusted upon you as the prime minister, you're lame. You pretty much can't do nothing. And that would explain why all the employees are rich descendants of party officials, says the permanent secretary. Before I came into office, the oxygen suppliers were the minister's children. So conflict of interest. Not only would it be corruption or embezzlement, but now this would be, it comes close to patronage, or privileged, entitlement, that by virtue of being the minister's child or whatever, children, these contracts only go to you. No bidding. Everything's done like that. It would even go overboard in terms of jobs, positions, education, So if the child of a minister has underperformed, but still the child would be given a place in the top-rated school. if it is in terms of health, who gets the priority access to, things that would need to be done to you? Say, as I say, if you need to go for further treatment. Remember, these things used to even happen previously, many years ago. But unless it is a complication, then it would be referred for further follow-up abroad. Even all Ugandans would be entitled to that. But I don't think it's like a bursary. Those who would be entitled to bursaries or scholarships or whatever it were, would even go further and go and study abroad and, achieve. So the Tower of Babel is the poem. No one speaks to each other and no one speaks to another. What's going on? So even if you have the power, but you don't have the authority, you might have the authority given to you, but you don't have the power. You see, the conversation continues, people. So we are going step by step. There are a couple of smaller, shorter poems that we shall also enjoy and means about. But that's what I have to tell you today in the conversation series. Chapter 2 is back. I got you. So the book is as it is, well written, well presented, and it would make a very good read even around friends, or if you share with it colleagues and all that, because at times we are asked, especially we in the diaspora, you have friends and all this kind of, so something to read about your country, and learn something. Love you, people.